All right, and we are back again with Report to the Principal's Office by Jerry Spinelli. And we left off in chapter 20 where Sunny decided that she was going to take her shoes off in band class, and so everybody can smell her horrible socks. And boy, did they. And then Mr. Hummelsdorf kicked her out, sent her to the principal's office, where they discovered that Humphrey the hamster was missing. So he is missing, and now we are in chapter 21, and we're going to see if he is found. So sad that he's missing. I hope they find him, don't you? Miss Wilbraham took her job as school secretary quite seriously. She had her own key and usually opened up the building before the custodians arrived. Thursday morning was no exception. Upon arriving, she turned on the coffee maker in the kitchen's lounge and headed for the kitchen. On the side of one shelf in the big stainless steel food freezer, she kept her frozen muffins. With boxes of blueberry, corn, and bran, she looked forward each morning to her tasty dilemma: which flavor to choose? Some days she could not make up her mind until she took each package off the shelf and studied the pictures of the muffins within. This was one of those days. First she took the bran muffin package from the shelf and considered it, then the corn, then the blueberry. So intent was she on the muffins that at first she failed to notice the hamster. It was on the shelf below the muffins and more to the center of the freezer. It was lying on a box of 24 Mr. Mario's deluxe cheese pizzas. It was on its back, its forelegs straight up in the air. Its eyes were closed. It wasn't moving. Blueberry, decided Mrs. Wilbraham. She moved a single muffin and replaced all 3 boxes. That's when she saw it. She screeched, "Ah!" thinking it was a mouse. Then she realized it was the hamster. It was, what was its name? Hubert? Harry? Miss Wilbraham never had cared much for this hamster business. This one was either dead or it was impersonating a dead cockroach. With a corner of the blueberry muffin box, she nudged one of the stiff, upraised legs. The beast rolled onto its side like a wooden toy. What to do with the dead hamster in the food freezer? First, close the door. You're wasting electricity. She shut the door, but she knew she couldn't leave it in the freezer 1 second longer than necessary. Suppose the dietitian came in early today. Suppose the Board of Health dropped by. Suppose the beast had romped around the freezer going to the bathroom before it died. Ew! Suppose there were little frozen hamster pooplets all over. Ugh! Suppose... She looked at the muffin in her hand. Of course, they were blueberries. Nevertheless, she tossed the muffin into the trash can. She searched through the utensil bin and came up with the largest spatula she could find. A real He-Man pancake flipper. She pulled the trash can in close. She reopened the freezer, scanned the interior. Good, no pooplets. Carefully, as if she were turning a fried egg, she slid the spatula under the corpse. Her plan was to dump it into the trash can, cover it with papers, and get out of sight. Then wait for Mr. Brimlow and tell him. Slowly, carefully, she lifted the spatula. As the body rose on the silvery surface, it gave the impression of a tiny, vanquished warrior born from some arena of combat on his shield. Swinging the spatula around towards the trash can brought the front end of the animal into view. She saw the frost then, a white dusting on the animal's nose and whiskers and closed eyes, as though it had been sniffing powdered sugar when it expired. Miss Wilbraham's heart sank. This was not, after all, half-eaten hot dog. It was not garbage. She placed the body back in the box of Mario's pizzas, shut the freezer door, and hurried back to the office. To her delight, she saw the pickle boy waiting by himself outside the front door. She let him in. Oh no, Humphrey's frozen, solid. Well, they didn't find him alive, but at least she didn't throw him in the trash. Let's see what's going to happen to Humphrey now. We'll find out in chapter 22. See you there. Bye.